Hello there, beautiful souls. So, part 2, because I feel like I just really maybe left that at a bad pause. But, I'm trying to think of where I'm kind of lost. But I love that it's like raining, but there's snow. See, I love the beauty of different climates. You know, I went to Arizona and everyone's like, the heat's so terrible. You get used to it. You know, you adapt. Maybe I'm just a chameleon after all, you know? It's like I'm adaptable to my situations. And that's almost why, you know, this guy from Detroit told me I have a gypsy soul. I didn't know what that meant. You know, people tell me what they think I am, and I'm just like, okay, that's me. Because I could have 1,000 hats because I allow myself to be limitless. I allow myself to follow this little bit of witchcraft, this little bit of religion, this little bit of this little bit of that, because that makes me me. And at the end of the day, I'm just myself, right? So if I want to share all of 111, if I want to share all the dark parts of my relationship, that's just what I share. You don't see into my relationship. You don't know anything about it, right? How do you have a healthy relationship when you guys are both toxic? At the end of the day, you have to work through the toxicity of what you both have been through. And I've walked a very dark path, if you ask me, because this path was not for the giver-uppers, let's be honest. Even though I've always found a way, it doesn't mean that it was hard to get there. You know what I mean? Or it wasn't hard to get there. Sometimes I don't like to focus on that stuff. You know? I like to focus and remember every lesson I meet with every person. So when I look back with all, because let's be honest, I haven't been around a lot of women, and that's my problem. So I primarily have been around men because, let's be honest, men want women for we know what. And through that reason, I've learned a lot, seen a lot of different culture, seen a lot of different ways people have been brought up, different belief systems, different ways of being, right? And I was always the questioner, like, why do you do this? Like, why? Like, I grew up this way. Why do you grow up that way? And everybody takes offense. Especially when you're like saying that shit out loud and the older generation of people hear you, you know? Or I'm always the person that goes to somebody's house and I can't eat the food because it doesn't taste good because I'm picky. You know, it's like everybody could probably come sit at my table, but I couldn't go sit at everybody's table. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta be in my element for me to be able to be me, right? I have to feel like I'm in an environment where that's safe to be me, 333. And when I've been in an environment for so long when it's not safe to be me, of course, when I am in a safe environment, I'm still not going to feel safe, right? If my masculine, who I'm with, isn't in his masculine energy, I feel, because I'm in my masculine energy, and he's in his feminine energy, because society has dictated in my head that that's not okay, that that's not right, that I have a problem with it. It's not me, it's society. And that's what I'm trying to, when I make these videos, I'm trying to inspire realness, right? I don't always say it the right way. I don't always word things the right way. I'm human after all, you know? And I'm going to make mistakes, right? Do I make 4 for 4? Do I make that mistake look graceful? Yes. But at least I'm not a liar, right? At the end of the day, I am always speaking truth, even if it comes from a place of hurt, a place of anger, a place of nasty, ugly feelings. You have to, at least for me, I have to speak how I feel to feel heard, to feel seen. Because as a child, I was never allowed to talk. My mother told me, you do not speak unless spoken to. Nobody wants to hear wisdom from a child. I don't think she used that word, but I'm using that word. I think she said nobody wants to hear a child. Nobody wants a child bothering them all the time. Because I have the gift of gab, after all. But when you have repressed your entire childhood, to look at it through the lenses of the people around you, you and then become this narcissist, or you become this person that people talk crap about because you're the only one being real. When at the end of the day, they're all doing the same things. Probably. Everybody struggles. Everybody falls. Everybody makes mistakes. Some of us don't have families that have a bunch of money to cover it up. Some of us don't have the luxury of faking it, right? I have had so many times in my life when I've had no money, no hope, no way out. And I always found a way. Even if I had $0 to my name, I never gave up, right? I never gave up. And that's why I never became homeless. That's why I never fell like people want me to fall, right? Because when I speak about my struggles, I am valid. Just because you think your struggles are worse doesn't mean that mine are less. And doesn't mean that somebody that struggles less than me their struggles are less. To them, it feels like a fucking mountain. But maybe you conquered that mountain a few lifetimes ago. So to you, it feels like nothing. But to them, it feels like the hardest path. And I think that's what people don't understand. You don't know everything, right? And in the world of manipulation, people are manipulated. And you can manipulate yourself. I've manipulated myself so many times because of what I grew up on or the systems that I worked for, created my belief systems on how things had to be. I couldn't just relax. Work and all of that is created for us to be in a flight response, like a work, hurry. There's no slow pace to it. Because that doesn't work for the world that we want. Because we want too much. We want 50,000 items to choose from. Instead of going back to more simplistic times. And if we went back to just simplicity, we could save the world.